Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice. Is my hair covering the mic? No.
It's all good.
That's my mug.
Oh yeah, Mother's Day, right? Me and Hannah actually went out and bought it. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good mug. I thought it was a gift from like a work thing. How funny.
What's up, guys? How's it going? I know you haven't seen us in... Actually, we did a video like 3 weeks ago, so it's fine. Anyways, we got a good question for you guys today. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank Surfshark VPN for sponsoring today's video. I personally have used Surfshark VPN on my phone before the sponsor, actually, because of various reasons. One of the reasons being, if you have Surfshark on your phone, you can stop websites from tracking your info and cookies to stop them from targeting you for ads.
I was trying to persuade Sid that we need a treadmill for the house. You know, like one walking under the desk kind of thing. He was like, no, shut up. But anyway, the next day I got an ad on TikTok for a treadmill and it was on sale for, guess how much? £24.99p. And this is like at 11 o'clock at night and I obviously...
Well, that's not real.
I ordered it and it was like 3 weeks ago, but I'm yet to see it. And now I'm starting to think, where's this treadmill?
You ordered a £24 treadmill?
Yeah, it's a fold-away one as well. Let's see. I'm sure a bunch of you might.
That's going to be a plank of wood, bro. That's not a treadmill. £24. But actually, the main reason I put Surfshark on my phone beforehand is, do you know how we be traveling everywhere, and the Netflix is always poo? Actually, UK Netflix is kind of poo as well. Basically, it's great for shows and movies. BBC iPlayer. Remember, we've been to other countries and you've been like, why does BBC iPlayer not work here? Well, Surfshark will solve that. Just install that on your devices and you'll be able to watch your favorite shows, your favorite movies and all that jazz. So if you're looking for a bit of protection from these ads and freedom online to watch your favorite shows and favorite movies, and all the other features that Surfshark have going on, you can click the link in the description and use our code sidndina. With that code, you get 85% off and 3 months free. And with Surfshark, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Anyway, if you want to check it out, then the link is in the description. Let's do the question that we have today. What's the title? Who's reading it? That's the question. Actually, you've been banging on for ages. Let me do it. What? This one here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So the title of this email is Fake Rolex and Lies. Salam, I hope you two are doing well. I've been in a relationship for 2 years. My boyfriend got me a Rolex for our 1 year anniversary. That line is just... No, he didn't. My boyfriend got me a Rolex. How much is a Rolex? Depends on which one you get. Like, what's like the minimum? You can get one for under 10k. He didn't get you a Rolex. I was shocked since he never got me anything that expensive before. He told me that the watch is £20,000 and showed me all the papers and certificates that came with the watch to prove it's real. I believed it as I don't know anything about watches and I've never seen a real Rolex in person. I had no reason to doubt him as he used to wear a Rolex every day and told everyone it's real. One day my family member implied that they think it's fake. I got angry and went to get it checked out to prove that it's real. The jeweler told me right away that it's a fake. I told my boyfriend and he tried to cover it up for a few hours, but then told me it is a fake. He said he couldn't afford a real one. He thought the watch would make me stay with him and I'd never leave him. I gave him another chance. It's been 6 months since this happened and I still don't trust him with anything because he lied to me for a year over a watch. I'm not materialistic, but unfortunately he is. He used to wear his fake watch every day before and claim it's real. This has ruined my trust and our relationship. He does care about me a lot and my family loves him, but I can't trust him anymore. Any advice? By the way, I'm 21 and he's 23. Oh, this is simple, isn't it, really? Simple, yeah? Do you want me to just tell you? What do you tell? Wait, where's the other lies? It sounds like it's just about the watch, but she doesn't trust him of anything because this watch. First of all, you're so naive to think that he spent 20k on a watch at the age of 23 on you. Where's this 23-year-old got £20,000 to just spend on a watch? You know... Well, that is. No, wait. Doesn't it remind you of when you're that age, early 20s, and you just don't know how money works, innit? Yeah. You just think, oh, I got 5k savings, which isn't savings, it's just a student loan. So then you think, I can afford a £3,000 Christian Dior bag, but you can't because you haven't paid your bills,
You don't pay rent. You can't afford that. You just have that money, but it doesn't mean you can afford it. What's that thing that business people give advice? If you can't pay for something twice over and still be okay with all your other commitments, then you can't afford it. Apparently. So we shouldn't have bought this house.
No, a house is an asset. Actually, a watch is an asset as well. If you actually look in the past, watches' value has increased over time.
Yeah, okay, fine,
So
but
it's an asset.
he didn't get you a Rolex.
A car is not an asset, for example. So
What else is not an asset?
And that decreases in value over time. Basically, the minute you buy a brand new car, the minute you take it out of the showroom, it's like lost 20% already. Why am I giving financial advice?
But anyway, listen, back to the thingy.
Anyways,
Has he lied about anything else?
that's why to be honest, it's actually a smart move.
Why? He's manifesting. He's inshallah lying.
It's not that. It's just like nowadays you don't want to be wearing a 20k Rolex and walking about. Like you just don't want to do that. That's not a good idea. Look, here's a fact. Most people wear fake watches outside, out and about. Most people do.
Even the people who can afford it.
Yes, especially the people who can afford it. They'll wear a fake watch because guess what? If they get mugged, it's fake. It doesn't matter. You know I can afford it, but I'm not going to buy the real one. I'm just going to wear the fake one. But I can afford it if I wanted to.
So by the way...
You know what I mean?
Wait, by the way...
But obviously that's not the reason he bought it.
Yeah, no.
The reason he bought it was like, look at me, I got a Rolex.
He said he thought it would make her stay with him forever.
A Rolex.
Yeah, listen, even though she knows nothing about
I
watches.
never let go.
I think she would have rather had the 20k for like a dowry when you get married to her. Has he lied about anything else? If he hasn't, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Maybe he went to school and was never allowed to have like the fancy trainers, things like that, and it all built up and now he feels... You know, you get those guys...
The thing is...
You know, you get people who really just have to wear brands, really obvious brands.
Oh yeah,
all
the ones,
time.
It's always like Armani.
Balenciaga.
No, it's always Armani.
Giorgio, Armani.
And it's a really tight top.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nipple going on in there.
But you know the brands where it's like, it might be just released, so it's like a new season piece, but it's so branded that it looks like it's from like the 90s, or it looks like...
You see a lot of like people from different cultures wearing this, especially like really rich Arabs do this.
They are rich, but they're not the really
Oh no, I'm
rich
not talking
Arabs.
about the billionaires.
Yeah, they're not the
ones
really
the
rich.
ones in the thobes. I'm not talking about the ones in the
they're
thobes.
not them ones.
I'm talking
They're
about
the ones that are mediocre rich, but they're definitely still rich compared to like us lot.
No, I'm talking about not really rich. The really rich ones, they wear nothing.
Really,
Just
really-
Galabay, yeah, that's it. Nothing else.
Really,
and
really-
then £600,000 watch. That's what they wear.
Really wealthy people, truly wealthy people, and this is across the world.
You will not know.
You won't know.
Yeah, you won't know.
You just will never tell.
So there's people who just have a bit of money. They wear those really tight tops, yeah, and they've literally got like 60 logos plastered all over them, and then a bit of splatter here.
It's literally like striped with tape.
Yeah,
It is.
it's like
Yeah.
And you're like,
I can afford
I know
all the
where that
brands.
top is from.
Yeah.
It clearly says like 60 times. But yeah,
Not
so
that there's anything wrong with that. But
yes,
we're trying-
there is.
No.
There clearly is.
No, look, people can wear what they want. You can't be like
You
that
can wear what
in
you want, but it
2022.
looks stupid. It looks stupid.
Yeah. But no, it's not that it looks stupid. Like, it's not giving off the vibe that you were planning. You don't look wealthy. That's what it is.
Do you know what the mad thing is? It looks fake.
That's what I'm saying. How are you wearing real designer but managing to make it look
looks
like
fake.
a knockoff?
It looks like
you know
a knockoff.
how many people will tell me this cost me £500, this cost me that, and I'm like, yeah, but it looks fake.
It does look fake. When it's so obvious like that with all the mad branding, it looks fake.
Which is mad because this is a lesson to you both. It's not the brand or it's not what you're wearing, it's who's wearing it.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's a major
Look.
style tip for you there.
Look, listen.
What?
Yo, I feel for this guy.
We're going off track.
We're going off track. The thing is, he gave her a watch, yeah?
But
Doesn't matter if it was fake or not. He gave her a watch.
Yeah. Good
He
intentions.
Good intentions. He thought, you know,
Actually,
I can't
bad
afford
intentions.
I can't afford
He
the
tried to
robe.
buy her out. He wants to buy her.
Regardless if he did that. You know, you do something sometimes to impress a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you got to act a bit...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah, it didn't work.
In the wrong way.
Yeah.
Obviously not in the right way because it was... He's basically saying I'm rich when he's really not. But the problem here is it built up. And do you know when it gets like, it's been like 3 months now. Yeah, I'm sweating. I keep seeing that watch. She keeps talking about it. I can't believe you bought me a Rolex. I can't believe it. And you're like, sweating, beads coming down. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it either. You know
But
what I
wait,
mean?
can I just make one point?
But yeah, it comes to the extent, 6 months down the line. Now, in your head, you're like, he lied to me for 6 months.
For a year,
No,
for a year.
For a year.
He did.
No,
He did one
he lied
lie.
to you for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then
it just stayed.
And then he just like was awkward the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I don't like it when people say he lied to me for a year unless like someone's cheating and they're continuing to cheat for a whole year. But if like you did, like let's say you lied to me last week. I'm not going to say you've been lying to me all week.
No, I lied to you
one lie
once.
about one thing.
And I was like, you know,
And I never found out.
sometimes it's hard to bring yourself to tell a person, and it's normal.
You've done that a lot, isn't it?
It's normal.
Have you done
Sometimes,
that a lot?
yeah, of course. Sometimes you're like, oh, how am I supposed to word this? How can I attack this problem right now? How can I go in and start this conversation? Because it's all going to be like, you know that watch I gave you? It's fake.
But
How is that going to go?
But a year later, wouldn't you laugh at that? A year later, I'd be like, oh, I knew it was a bit fake. But can I just make one point?
Yeah.
Some fakes are actually still expensive. So he still might have spent decent money on you. No, some fakes are still, you can get expensive
Okay,
fakes.
if it's like AAA replica,
Yeah.
yeah, then it's...
Like replicas can still be a bit pricey.
Oh yeah, a
like-
Rolex replica
Still
is good.
expensive.
He still spent like a few £100 on you.
Really?
Yeah.
Thing is, if you carried on with him a whole year later, you must have got to a stage where you could laugh at that and you could understand why he lied about that back then, because you guys were obviously still newer. But I can understand if you're angry as well, it's probably because you felt a bit stupid. I'd be annoyed, feeling a bit dumb, walking around thinking my man got me a 20k Rolex when obviously he didn't. I think you can still trust him.
If the lie is
a
just
right-
the watch,
Yeah.
get over it.
Yeah, it's not like we're talking about, you know, you guys have bought a house together or anything where your money's involved as well. And, you know, so as long as he's still not lying about things now to improve his image to you, because hopefully you guys don't need that now,
Look,
then I think it's all good.
a person buying you a fake watch, you not knowing that it's fake. Really, in the grand scheme of things, unless you're like a well-renowned watch collector that makes money from that stuff and being like having an image of
Designer watch
a
person.
designer watch person, it doesn't really harm anyone. You just feel a bit shit because you were wearing a fake watch this whole time. Get over it. Build the bridge and get over it. Literally, if he's not lying about anything else, what's the big deal? Him saying that I thought this watch would mean that we stay. Like, what?
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
says
yeah.
that?
Hopefully
Who says that?
he doesn't feel like he needs to buy you expensive things for you to stay with him. But that might be something, that might be a you thing. Why does he feel that way? Do you expect a lot of gifts from him? Is that your love language? Like you love to receive gifts? Like why does he feel like that? Hopefully now, a year later, he doesn't feel like he needs to spend loads of money on you just to keep you interested. Because like, what relationship is that?
These relationships are weird.
It's nice to have gifts, obviously.
I find I always see these
nice to have
relationships on
gifts.
reality
It's really
shows.
nice to have gifts.
Yeah, I'll get you a £25 treadmill.
No, but can you buy me the GoPro?
Ah, really?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Listen.
Yeah, toxic relationships where one of the partners, a lot of the times it's the woman, just wants
I'm glad you mentioned that.
loads of, like, you know, obviously it can be the other way around as well, but I don't know, I feel like there's loads of partners who just request and they just spend and it's all their husband's money and they're like, I'm at home with the kids, blah, blah, blah. But then they just sort of turn a blind eye to the finances or anything and just live life spending willy-nilly while the husband's working and they just think all is okay, but they don't try to look deeper. As in, like, can we actually afford this? Like, you still, even if you're not working and you're at home with the kids and you're spending for the house and for the kids, you still should have knowledge in the finances that's coming in, because if you don't and you're just spending and you're doing whatever and you just expect him to just make all the money, eventually he's going to get to a point where he can't say to you, hey, we're spending a bit too much and I can't afford it, or I'm working so much, blah, blah, blah. And then we're not seeing any, like, you got to also be in those conversations. You also need to be a part of the money planning. You can't just be spending it and living life. So basically what we're saying is everything is a partnership, especially in this day and age, in 2022, in this society. A lot of women, even if they do want to be stay-at-home mums and the husband can afford it, a lot of the time he won't be able to afford it forever. So it's really important to plan for your future now more than ever, I think. I used to say when kids come...
I think it's not even just affording. It's not even that. It's like...
living at the same pace.
It's mentally draining. Like some of these men, they work their asses off all day, all night. Like, and I feel like sometimes women especially, they turn a blind eye to a man's like mental well-being.
Because it's just expected.
Because it's just like, oh, he's a man, he can handle it. Well, that's not the case. It really isn't. And I'm glad finally like people are talking about that shit, because back in the past people weren't like, oh, well, they weren't worried about a man's mental health.
It's because in general it's a man's world. So whenever there's an opportunity, I always want to talk about women.
Yeah.
Like even now I want to butt in and be like, but this can also be women. You get a man doing nothing and the woman's working and raising the kids and doing everything. That happens a shit ton.
Yeah,
in the Muslim community,
it happens a shit ton. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to a man, a lot is ignored.
Expectations and stuff.
It is ignored. It's not a conversation.
Yeah.
Where it should be a conversation. You know what I mean? Like a lot of men work their asses, literally work 24/7, and then they, on the flip side of that, they can't even complain. Or they can't even open their mouths, and it's completely valid, like what you're saying. They can't even say anything.
And I know that there's going to be an argument under this to say, well, yeah, loads of men work their asses off. They're working because they're providing, but she's at home with the kids, etc. But what if I tell you some of these men are also working their asses off, and also when they're not working, they're doing full on all the kids stuff 50-50. They're doing that as well. Then there's an imbalance. Someone's going to be unhappy at some point. And usually the person that's going to be unhappy is going to be the one that's doing more work. Whether it be housework, whether it's the woman doing more in the home, also bringing in money, doing all the mental labour of bringing in the... Either one, in a partnership, the one who's doing way more than the other one is going to be the one who's burnt out, unhappy, and not understanding eventually what is the point of life.
Yeah, just exhausted.
Just exhausted, innit? So then they mentally won't even be there for their partner when it's time to chill or whatever, because they're just so burnt out. That actually goes... That's how we should word it, really. It goes both ways. Whoever's doing
goes both ways.
More of the load of just general living life together and raising a family and bills and all that stuff, everyone picks their different roles in their own little households, but whoever ends up doing way more, it's like a huge imbalance a lot of the time, is going to be the one that is going to check out eventually, fully checked out.
That's why it's good to have a conversation with your partner about, okay, how the dynamic is working and all these things.
Yeah.
It's good to have dialogue.
Okay,
anyways.
we go off track.
Yeah, we went off track.
It's okay.
Anyways, you got all the advice from that video.
You got lifelong lessons.
Lifelong lessons. If he's not lying about anything else and just the Rolex, get over it.
It ain't a biggie.
It ain't a biggie. You can work on other things. Also, Surfshark VPN, 85% off, 3 months free, 30-day money-back guarantee, link in the description. Go check them out.
Thanks for sponsoring us.
Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.